All right, I'm shooting this for an acquaintance of mine named Jacob. This is a 260 New Holland roll bar rake. Don't let it fool you, the things inside had been sitting outside for a long time, ever since we had gotten done using it. The handle is there, stuck through the tongue. I haven't cranked on it. I don't know, I suppose it works. This little deal right here is broke. It's part of the linkage. Cast piece cracked out. You can make one of those. That probably happened while I moved it. I just picked it up with the skid loader forks. Carried it up here. Drive shaft. You can't hardly see it, but it's come apart down there. It's all got a little bit of slack in it, but it has bearing out on one of those, and lots of teeth. It still has a lot of teeth in it, and they seem more solid than what I thought they would be. It will be missing some teeth, and the drive shaft between the wheels is missing. I think it's possible I could locate that, because we actually, when we were using these, we had two sets of them. We had two 260 roll bar rakes. They were about the same age. One was bought by my granddad, this one, and then the other one was bought by a neighbor of ours named Don Johnson. Don Johnson had a sellout, auctioned off all of his stuff quite a number of years ago, and I bought his rake and his tongue, but I did not buy the. He also had a 56. We used them, a 56 and a 260. This is the 56. This set right here belonged to my mom and dad. Things been just sitting since at least the year 2000. We quit baling custom hay in 2000. And I think for the last year at least that we baled in custom hay, maybe two, we only used my setup. Yep, and I think that drive shaft can be found because that's probably it, laying on top of this other rake, because this other rake has a drive shaft in it. So that's probably the drive shaft for that one. We'd have to get down real close and look at it, but then this is the tongue. There was nothing wrong with any of the slide outs, but the bottom hole on the end of the tongue was worn off. Them originally had a really thick washer welded in them, and that wore the washer out and then pulled the end of the tongue out. A little welding would fix that. The rake will need a little more TLC. Drive shaft wise and everything, it was all working. Reason we quit using it was because that one bar came loose, and they're kind of a pain. You have to take, it's not too much to do, but you have to take this loose right here, those 4 bolts in the middle of that star, and it takes quite a little bit of doing. I think you have to loosen the 2 other bars down here and over there to where you can get enough swivel out of that to get the to get the one that's out back in the hole. But it's just been a number of years since it's been used. It's been sitting outside. The twin rake setup worked really good. We really liked it for making windrows for our round balers, because you could make a wider windrow, and you could with the 260 and the 56, because the 56 rake was narrower than the 260. If you went around your field with the 260 on the outside and tried to get a full swath with it, your windrow would be about the same size on both sides, because you'd always have some of this rake sticking out, and it would pick up the stuff that it drug out or whatever. But yeah, and I do have, Jacob, I got some other parts over there for these. Now I believe the parts that I've got is going to be like, I run onto the other day a bundle of teeth, and I don't use a roll bar rake anymore. We went to a wheel rake. It's actually sitting in the same barn right there, and we've had 2 or 3 of them since we quit using these New Holland rakes, but my dad used them for this pair for the whole time that he was doing custom hay, from 1985 all the way up until the year 2000. I think he was using these or the other ones like it, and I didn't buy the other ones that was like that until 98, 99, probably 97 when I bought that other set. But that's kind of what the 260 that I've got looks like, and the tongue. Tires is all flat and probably shot. As far as I know, the bearings all worked on them. Didn't have any problems like that. I'd be surprised if the gearbox on this rake hasn't just had gun grease put in it, but it was still working. Like I say, the reason we quit using it was because of that bar come loose on it. And if this is something that'll do you some good, I hope you'll look me up. Thanks for watching.